Fasting is something Jesus assumed that his followers would do. In the Sermon on the Mount, he says, when you fast, in a couple of different times. Not if you're going to fast, or maybe you're going to fast, but when you fast. He says, this is how you do it. Do it in secret, wash your face, don't tell everybody that you're fasting, and what you do in secret, God will reward openly. And I've discovered that fasting is one of the most powerful disciplines that I've ever engaged in. In fact, it's changed my life probably more than anything else that I've done. I wrote a book called Fasting Forward about how God advances us spiritually when we participate in this discipline. During my 5 years of pastoring that particular church, I led the church in 40-day fast, and I did all 40 days myself with just juice and water. It revolutionized my whole life and launched me into my ministry literally around the world. But I also found that my people in the local church, some of them had never fasted one meal. Some of them had never fasted a day or 3 days. And over time, they began to learn that fasting was so vital to their walk with Jesus that more and more people every year would join the fast, and it was very exciting. I had them take a day, a meal, and we tried to cover all 40 days fasting in that local church. So I would say to people that are listening, if you're going to engage in the discipline of fasting, understand it is a learned journey. Don't try to do a 21-day fast. The first time you fast, you won't make it, okay? Start with 1 day, and then 3 days, and then maybe 7 days, and then 10 days, and then maybe 21 days, and maybe someday even 40 days with just juice and water. Fasting positions us to receive more of grace, and fasting together with other believers has the potential to change history. We see this biblically when there's a famine in the land. God says, sanctify a fast, call a solemn assembly, break your hearts, okay, and fast and seek my face. We see this over and over again in history as God's people seek God's face fervently and authentically. And as they couple that with fasting, doing without our natural food, saying to God, we're more hungry for you than we are for our natural food, that God answers in very significant ways. So I've been very excited that in Taiwan a number of people are engaging in this discipline. I believe it's going to change the world, it's going to change Taiwan, but most importantly, it's going to change the life of the person that fasts. And I promise you your life will change forever if you participate in this discipline.